What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we're here today with a review for Belle Collective. This is Season 1 Reunions, Part 1. Alright, you guys, so without further ado, let's get into the reunion, shall we? Now, I will preference this by saying if my energy is low, just chalk it up to today being my grandmother's birthday and the anniversary of my mom. So if the energy is low, I do apologize, you guys, about that. But nonetheless, let's get into this review, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, the looks. You know what? I shouldn't be talking because I don't look the best that I could look. You know what? When it comes to reunions, I think I'm gonna start dressing myself up a little bit nicer for reunions if I have something negative to say about the ladies. But the reunion, the looks, horrible. Latrice is my girl, but I don't know what this Morticia Adams outfit is she got on. It's not for me. Antoinette in this devil red dress with this long ass train, not for me. Timber and her hair with that loofah dress that Mary Cosby wore on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, hell no. Marie, I don't know what that is she had on. Letitia, ma'am. That dress was blue. Blue is my favorite color, but not that dress. You know, it's strapless over here, but you got her bra strap showing right here. Over here, you got a big ass flower. And then this ugly ass wig. Burn it. Burn it. I will say one thing about Timber. She doesn't have on that tacky ass lipstick, and she has a few less bundles in her hair. So I'm like, cool, nice. Hopefully for season 2, they will get the budget together, because season 1, it ain't it for me, baby. But let's talk about and also Jbsayzwhat is hosting the reunion. So yeah, let's talk about it. Out of everybody on that stage, who looks the best? Egypt. But let's talk about it, shall we, guys? All right, you guys. So Egypt asked the ladies, how has this experience been, with the show? Has people, how have people responded to them? The only two people who responded was Letitia and Timber and her hair. Timber hair is like, oh my God, it's been a really good experience, And then Letitia's like, it's been a good experience. People in Jackson hasn't really reached out to me, but I do have people reaching out to me from different places about Ferris Street. So that's a good thing for her. So then we move over to talk about Antoinette. So you guys remember in last week's review, I was trying to see if she opened her practice. Well, she actually has opened her practice. I actually went to her Instagram page after I did that video last week. It's open, spot looks nice. It's pretty. She also has on her website, if you guys are in Jackson, Mississippi, wherever it is, check her website out. It's open and she's accepting patients. So go check out Antoinette. So she does say that, she does have some students that she's working with. And she's talking about what she wants to do with HBCUs. I'm here for her. So then we got into this discussion about her ex-husband. The question that I've been having all season long, because it's just, like I think I said it in one of my reviews, and the question was, because, each like, did you know you was in an interracial relationship when you got into it? And she's like, yeah, I knew. So she was like, so what was the issue? Did you guys not have the conversation? She says, yes, we definitely had the conversation. So I'm glad that they had this conversation at the reunion, because it just didn't make sense throughout the season to me. So it made sense to me in this episode, in this reunion. So I think the biggest issue was with the kids they were going to be biracial, and it actually can be a situation kind of like what's going on with Meghan Markle. Because, I don't know how, I don't know if Meghan Markle identifies as black or what she identifies as, but it's also similar to that, the one drop rule. If you got one drop black in you, you're a nigga. Hey, that's what they say. So, but I guess I understood what she was saying. She didn't want her kids to feel like they were going to be in just one box of, oh, I'm black, but my dad is white. So I got that. And then, so, I understood that. But again, did y'all, what kind of conversation did y'all really have with each other? But, it is what it is. Is it? I mean, I guess it just makes you wonder how deep and detailed was that conversation that they had with each other, because I mean, y'all had to know y'all had to know it was gonna come up eventually, right? And why would you let the world dictate what your kids identify as? You as the parents, you as the parent, you give your kids the tools, and the knowledge and the resources as they grow up to decide what they want to identify as. Now, if your kids grow up, if your kids look like they can pass for white and they want to say that I'm white, that's on them. If your kids want to, grow up and say, yes, I look white I look like I'm white, but I'm biracial. My mom is black, my dad is white, or my mom is white and my dad is black. Or they can grow up and say, hey, I identify as black. Yes, my mom is black. Yes, my dad is white, but I identify more with my mom's side. But it's not taken away from my dad, and vice versa. So, I mean, it is what it is. She ain't with the man no more. Let's move on. All right, you guys, next up, let's talk about Marie. So in this segment, I mean, it was just a lot. So actually, with the whole entire reunion, it was a lot of over talking each other. I mean, it's typical reunions, especially when it comes to, like shows with women on it, like the Housewives, Basketball Wives, which I don't watch that, Basketball Wives, even Mob Wives and all that stuff. So they're just talking over each other at this point. So Marie is talking about how with the show, she got some positive, people were positive towards her, but at the same time, she got some negative because of this certain blogger. So she said that this blogger was going, which I don't know who the blogger is. I don't know who the blogger is that she was discussing, but I do know, I don't want to put people's names out, so I do know that people have talked about the article. There's an article about her and her business dealings between she and Essie. I know that had some stuff had to deal with some dead people. It was a lot of stuff that I've heard, but I still don't know who this blogger is. And so Tisha was, talking, and that was the moment when I really noticed that bra strap. I'm like, you got this big blue dress on, but then you got this brown bra on with this bra strap. I was just thrown off by it. So Tisha feels that someone inside of the collective was going out and talking to the bloggers, and it didn't take a rocket scientist to know who she was talking about. Like, it didn't take a rocket scientist, because for someone to say that, for Marie to sit there and say that a certain blogger is talking about her negatively, there's only one other person on this cast there's only one person on this cast who's had an issue with Marie all season, and that would be Latrice. So Egypt says, so from what you're saying, is it safe to assume that you are talking about Latrice? So she kind of kept curtailing around it and going around the situation. But eventually it comes out that yes, she is trying to say that it's Latrice. So Egypt's like, okay, well, let me address Latrice real quick. So she says, Latrice, is that true? Did you go to the blogger? And Latrice says, no, I did not go to the blogger. She says, so she knows someone who knows someone. I think that I want to be correct, but I think she said she knows someone who knows someone that knows this blogger. It's some kind of degree of separation like that. So then Letitia says that Latrice had told her something in confidence that I guess she knew that was going to be out there. I don't know I guess it was going to be out there about Latrice or Marie, one of the two. But Latrice gave Letitia a heads up. So that's why Letitia feels that it was Latrice who put this information out in the first place. But I mean, if you hear somebody that, like, why would you think that? So I don't know. I'm not on reality TV, so I can't say. But I mean, if someone comes to me out of the kindness of their heart and be like, I heard such and such and such and such, I just want to give you a heads up before it actually came out. That doesn't mean that I actually said something to the blogger. That just means that, hey, as my friend, I want to give you a heads up so that way you are not surprised when it comes out. But then, I mean, it was just a back and forth, a back and forth, a back and forth. Latrice couldn't talk because Marie was talking. Marie couldn't talk because Latrice was talking. Letitia couldn't talk. I mean, it was just, they were just going over each other. I'm like, okay, this is going nowhere. Hell, it went nowhere. So to the point that Egypt was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going back to my room and y'all good. It took for Carlos King to come out there and tell them, like, ladies, Egypt is saying to you guys one at a time. Now, Egypt, didn't you host the reunion for Love and Marriage Huntsville season 1? And if I'm not mistaken, at that whole reunion, Tisha and Mel was talking over each other most of the entire reunion, and you never did any. Was that Egypt that was hosting that reunion? I'm almost positive it was Egypt that was hosting the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty damn positive it was Egypt. Pretty damn positive it was her, but whatever. So they started arguing about the damn hair situation between Marie and Latrice, which I'm like, why are we talking about this hair again? But we're gonna talk about it again. But they did say that so they heard that from Kaylin. They heard from Kaylin that Latrice called the blogger, and the blogger recorded that. I believe they said it was a 2-hour conversation. Then they also said that the blogger went to lunch or something with Kaylin, and he recorded that as well. I'm just like, well, why don't y'all? I'm actually with Latrice. If you got the receipts, baby, produce receipts. Like, don't say something without being able to back it up. I don't care if it's 2 hours long. You know how to take a snippet, right? Take a snippet of the main part that you want to take part of. But whatever. Let's move on. All right, you guys, let's talk about Timberland here real quick. It's going to be quick, short. I will say it's nice to see her without that, again, like without that ugly ass pink lipstick, without all those bundles in her hair. So her segment was so short. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and wrap the episode up after this. So we talked about what she wants to do outside of radio. She wants to be an entertainment correspondent. I don't know how she wants to be an entertainment correspondent with that irritating ass voice. That voice is like nails on a chalkboard. It's worse. I mean, her voice is worse than Tisha's on Love and Marriage Huntsville to me. At least I can tolerate Tisha's voice. Only thing about Tisha's voice I can't tolerate is just that it comes out of her mouth. If that makes sense to you guys. I can tolerate her voice. I just can't tolerate her as a person. That's what I meant to say. So Tamara and her boyfriend, they have frozen embryos. Their relationship is great. We're moving on. Now, here's the thing. Did y'all know anything about a bundlegate? Anybody? Because when Egypt was like, it's all over social media, bundlegate, I'm like, who coined that? Who coined bundlegate? Because I know nothing about bundlegate. But they show us some unseen footage of, which I was like, I know they showed us a footage of Marie and Latrice at lunch, but they omitted it. So they showed us the footage of them, and at this lunch, it's just like, damn, Marie, you really cannot own up to the fact that you were wrong for how you came at her at that brunch. And it's just, it snowballed from there. So Latrice even said that, when it came down to the hair, she replaced it. I'm like, so she replaced the hair even after you did the fool at the girl, you better than me. You're better than I am, because I wouldn't have replaced it. And child, oh my God. Oh God. The she-devil. Oh God, the she-devil. I had a feeling the she-devil was going to be at the reunion, but I was hoping and praying that Carlos King would not invite that she-devil to the reunion, but he did. Carlos King, I could put my foot up your ass for inviting that she-devil. I could really put my foot up his ass for this, inviting She Devil. Now, before we even get to She Devil, let's go back to the hair conversation. So Egypt asked Marie about the brunch and her bringing the hair up at the brunch. Could she have done that in a different? Do she feel she could have done it in a different place? So Marie is backtracking and actually backpedaling and pussy popping. Shout out to Alice for that one. But she's backpedaling because she's talking about the fact that, Latrice and her entourage was talking about her and the hair. So she felt that was a good opportunity at that point to bring up the hair. And unless they didn't show it on camera, we didn't see that. All we saw was you talking about the hair on camera. And even still, like Latrice said, you could have emailed me, you could have went to customer service, which is open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You didn't have to do it there. And then I don't know if it was a viewer question or if it was just Egypt that asked this question. Could it have been, I know, Marie said, it could have been the person who made the hair. So if you felt like it was a person who made the hair, why bring it to Latrice? You bought the hair. You took it to someone to install it. Why not check that person instead of checking her? And then, Latrice is like, so Egypt after this, she have a seat hair. She says, yes, I did look at the hair. And she said it was not my hair because she says my hair is 100% virgin hair. This hair had, it had streaks in it. So my hair doesn't have that. And then Maria's over there just making faces. It's like, Marie, first of all, you were wrong in that situation. You shouldn't have brought it up at the brunch. You should have emailed her, DM'd her, text her, pulled her to the side. Because Maria, because she didn't pull me to the side. What was she gonna pull you to the side for? Girl, she gets on my nerves. Now, let's talk about this She Devil. I really don't want to talk about this She Devil, but she was on the episode and I gotta talk about her. God, Kaylon. Why I gotta look at this She Devil? So we talk about the racism, and who shows up? Kaylon. So we talk about the racism. She says, that was my first time being in a minority, but I didn't think that they were trying to hurt. I don't think they were trying to hurt me. They weren't. You played the victim. You played you played the victim. You became a Karen, and you made that entire situation about you. Those women never said anything about you. Those women were talking about their experiences as black women experiencing racism. I hate when people do that. I really hate when people do that kind of shit. Just because it's an uncomfortable it might be an uncomfortable conversation for you. Okay, a plane is flying over my apartment at almost midnight, but okay. But it was an uncomfortable conversation. I get it. But sit there, listen to it, learn. Don't feel on a defense and feel attacked by these women, but girl, you got on my damn nerves. So then once again, somehow the damn conversation about the blogger came up. I was like, oh my God, I felt like I was with Egypt. Didn't we just talk about this? I'm like, exactly, Egypt. How many times are we gonna talk about this blogger? Why are we giving this blogger the time of day at this point? Oh my God, this blogger, the blogger. But Kaylon says that she knows some stuff about Marie. Marie says, okay, tell it. She's like, no, I don't want to say that on national television. But you're okay. She said, but you're okay with saying it to a blogger. Oh, God. Marie, this is to you. Nobody would have knew about this blogger if you didn't open your mouth, love. Because I knew nothing about this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had heard the one story, but that's from one of my YouTube friends on here that I heard the story from. That's it. But I never went and looked deep into it. And my YouTube, the YouTube personality, she never said where she got the information from. She just spilled the tea. She never said where she got it from. And, Yeah. So yeah, you definitely should have kept your mouth closed about that one because nobody knew. I don't think anybody really knew about this. The blog. No one actually. I didn't. Like I said, I didn't even know nothing about the blogs, but it is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, you guys, that's the reunion part one. Next week is part two. So be sure to like this video. Please leave your comments in that comment section below and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell button so you guys are aware when I drop anything else, and share this video. Until the next one, you guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands, wear your mask, and social distance. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. So, as I said earlier today, I don't know how Love and Marriage Huntsville is gonna work for me, guys. I can kind of guarantee you guys that you probably won't see it tomorrow. More than likely, you won't see it tomorrow night. More than likely. It's more than likely you won't see it tomorrow. You guys might see it early Sunday morning at best. But yeah, you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.